This is a pretty difficult question conceptually. So do listen to my explanation and find your teacher if you need any help in this question. So the answer to this question is A. And what actually happens here is that there is a super charged rod, and I mentioned to my classes that whenever we see a charged rod in a question, we must always assume that it's super duper charged, because when we assume that, then all the electrons, or almost all the electrons in the sphere, they will be repelled away, and they will want to be repelled away to a very far away location. Therefore, if you look at option B and option C, you can see that the electrons are being repelled towards the right side of the sphere. So there is repulsion, but that isn't the furthest location away from the super duper charged rod. Therefore, given that there is a ground connection, these electrons in the sphere, they are able to move to even further away location, which is to the ground. And that is what they will do. They will not just stay on the right side of the sphere, because the grounding connection allows them to move even further away from the charged rod. So this is the explanation why option B and C, the location of these electrons is not correct. Therefore B and C is out. I won't talk much about option D, because option D shows that the whole sphere is neutral, because we have drawn four electrons, and we have drawn four minus signs and drawn four positive signs. And in any case, the electrons in the sphere will not move towards the left, because the repulsion force away from the rod anyways. So D is completely out. Now, second point that I want to reiterate is the grounding connection. Take notes of this, that the grounding connection, meaning where do we connect this grounding wire, it doesn't matter. If in this case, for example, the electrons are supposed to exit and move out of the sphere, they will do so no matter where we connect this grounding wire. On the left of the sphere, on the right of the sphere, on the top of the sphere, it doesn't matter. If the electrons are supposed to exit, they will exit the sphere. And the last point is something I mentioned just now. In all these diagrams, the pluses and the minuses that we draw, these are just representations of the charges. It doesn't mean that if we draw four positive signs on the left, there are only four protons and that is the location of the protons. It doesn't mean that. It's just a representation. And one thing to note also is when we draw, say, in option B and option D, when we draw four of each signs, we are saying that the number of positive signs is the same number of negative signs, and this means that the object is neutral. So take note of what we are representing when we draw in different numbers of positive signs and negative signs.